And just take a moment to really just embrace being outdoors right now. So embracing the wind, embracing the feeling of being out on the water, embracing all the conditions, using this time to just kind of let go of anything that's been on your mind. And for the next hour or so, just really focus on being present. Maybe taking a moment to just remind yourself of something you're grateful for, or set an intention for class. Remind yourself of maybe a goal you're working on. And then you can slowly start to open up your eyes. We're going to start with our feet out long. Okay, so your feet out the length of the mat. You can just kind of let your feet relax. And we're just going to inhale, reach out and up. Drop your head back. Look up at the sky. Exhale, reach out and back down, finding length. We're going to do that again. Inhale, reach out and up. This time we're going to add a twist to the right. So take your left hand to the outside of the right knee. Right hand behind your back, sitting up nice and tall, looking over that shoulder. A little bit of a neck stretch. And then next, inhale, reach out and up, back through to the center. Good. Exhale. We're just going to switch directions. Good. Inhale, come back up through to the center. Maybe keeping a little bend in your knees to start with. We're going to reach forward, coming to a forward fold. If you're a little tight, that bend in the knees, or if you're a little bit more flexible, you can kind of straighten the legs out. Good. And then from here, we're just going to slowly walk our hands back. All right. And we're going to move into some Pilates roll downs. So we're going to do 3 roll downs with our knees bent, and then 3 with our legs straight. So to kind of set up, first straighten your legs and make sure your feet are kind of at the front of your mat so you have enough room to roll back. And then we'll start out bending the knees. So let's inhale, reach our arms up. Exhale, tuck your tailbone and start to roll down nice and slow, rounding the back. Using your arms to kind of help slow you down. Once you come down, reach your arms up overhead, stretch it out. Inhale, exhale. Lift up your arms, head, neck, chest. Make your way up. If you need to grab underneath your knees to help you up, use that as an assistance. Reach up. 2 more, just like that. Inhale, exhale. Tuck your tailbone, rolling down nice and slow. Seeing if you can use gravity instead of, opposite. Seeing if you can use your core instead of gravity. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Lift your arms, head, neck, chest, rest of your body follows. Good. All right, one more with bent knees. Inhale, exhale, roll down. Stretch it out. This time, straighten your legs. Inhale, exhale, start to make your way up. A little bit harder with straight legs. If you prefer the knees bent, you can stay with the knees bent. Inhale, exhale, roll. Good. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, using your breath, the energy of your arms, your core to make your way up, stretching it out. Good. And making your way back down again. Inhale, last one. Exhale, come up. Good. All right, and we're going to roll down one more time and do some work on our back. So rolling down one more time, coming onto your back. Reach up. From here, we're going to set up for a bridge. So bending the knees, heels coming towards you, and feet hips distance apart. You can press the palms down to the mat. We're going to do about 10. So you're just going to inhale, raise the hips up. Exhale, lower down to hover. Going at your own pace, really warming up the glutes. Maybe squeezing those glutes at the top. Just counting on your own, moving with your breath. So inhaling partway through the bridge, exhaling the other part of the way through the bridge. Let's do 2 more. All right, good. From here, we're going to set up for a figure 4. So take the right ankle above the knee, and we're going to do about 10 figure 4 bridges. So make sure that heels in, left heels in nice and close. Press the palms down. Lift up. Let that right leg and the right knee kind of relax out to the side. As you're doing that bridge, just kind of notice the hip opening up, working the right glute a little bit and the left glute a little bit more. We'll do about 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Stay in that figure 4. Interlace your hands behind your head. Figure 4 crunches. So you're going to lift that foot up. Inhale, exhale, elbow to knee twist, crunch. All right, good. We're doing about 10 of these. You're taking opposite elbow to opposite knee. Good. Raising and lowering that leg in the bridge. 5 more. Really twist. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, very good. Just go ahead and take the feet out wide. Drop the knees side to side. Let's set up for the other side. So opposite ankle above the knee for the figure 4. Same thing, other side. Bring that heel in towards you, and then start to raise and lower. 10 bridges on this side. Let that knee relax. That left knee open up and really relax out to the side. Lifting up nice and high. We'll do 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and interlace your hands behind your head. Figure 4 crunches. Crunch and twist. Bring the right elbow to the left knee. Raising and lowering that right knee as you're crunching. Yes. Lift the shoulders up nice and high to get a little bit deeper. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Good. Go ahead and hug your knees in towards your chest for a few breaths. All right, we're going to do a little bit more abs. We're just going to do some basic crunches. So heels in towards you, hands behind your back, elbows out wide. Inhale, exhale, lift up and crunch. We're doing about 8 to 10 of these. So some people maybe a little bit faster or a little bit slower. When you come up to the top of your crunch, just pause. See if you can feel that shake in your inner abs. Taking those shoulders up nice and high. 3 more. 2 and 1. Good. So we're going to do 8 to 10 more. This time, bring your knees to a tabletop above your hips. Interlace those hands. Inhale, exhale, lift up and hold. Inhale, down, exhale, lift up. Pausing at the top. Really feeling that in your abs. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, keep the knees over the hips. We're going to do a twist, only 5. All right, twisting to your right. So just twisting to the right, this time just adding a twist for 5, 4, 3, 2. That last one we're going to hold in the twist and just tap that right knee down and up. Holding that twist. Good. Tapping. 5, 4, keep the shoulders lifted. 3, 2, 1. We have the other side. So we're going to do 5 crunches on the other side. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Hold it in that twist up high and tap the left toe down. Keeping the shoulders up for 5, 4, 3. Good. 2, 1. Go ahead and take a break. You can take your feet out wide. Just let the knees drop in towards each other. And just relax here for a few breaths. All right, next we're going to work the lower body, but first just take your feet straight up towards the sky, palms down, and we're going to stay here for 5 or 6 deep breaths. Pointing the toes, keeping the legs together. We're just staying here for a few breaths. And then we're going to lift the lower body. So staying here with your legs, press the palms, and you're going to lift your lower back. So this is working the lower abs. Again, trying to use your core instead of momentum. Just a small little movement, raising and lowering that lower back. Let's do 8 starting from now. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the legs up long. We're going to lift the arms and the shoulders up. Hands just come straight here. And we're going to work the side muscles. So side crunches, reach over to one side, pull back, reach over to the other side, pull back. So it's like a reach and pull, crunching on either side. Good. Keeping those legs up. If you need to bend the knees, you can bend the knees. That's fine. Keep breathing. We'll do 10 more. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. We're done with our abs for right now. You can hug your knees in towards your chest. And then we're going to roll forward and back along our spine about 4 or 5 times. And then coming all the way up to a seat. If you want, grab a drink of water, and then we'll come onto our hands and knees. You can do a few rounds of cat-cow pose to start with. And then we're going to come to a neutral tabletop. Tuck your toes, your hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Lift the knees about an inch or 2 up, just to hover coming into beast pose. So really working the core. Spread out your fingers to ground through the hands. We're going to take one foot back long, tap it, and then bring it in. Take the other foot back long, tap it, bring it in. Trying to just move the legs, the core, everything else stays still. Good. Keeping the knees nice and low. Let's do 10 more. So that's 5 on each side. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. You can push back into downward facing dog. Stay here for a few breaths. Again, in your down dog, spread out your fingers to ground through the hands. Heel toe your feet, stretch it out. You may need some more weights. All right, so from here we're going to move through sun salutation. So you're going to walk your feet up to your hands, coming to a forward fold to start with. Hopefully our mats don't fly up. All right, let's inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. And then next inhale, reach all the way up. Lengthen through your spine. Good. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to go through some yoga flows here. So let's inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Moving with your breath, inhale, half lift. Exhale to bend your knees, plant your hands, coming to a plank. Lowering down, chaturanga, to an up dog or cobra pose. Draw the shoulders back, stretching out your back. Exhale, downward facing dog. About 3 deep breaths in down dog. Relax your head and neck. Chin is towards your chest. And then bend your knees again. Look up to your hands. Walk, step, or even hop. Feet to hands. Half lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Lengthen through the arms. Extend. Open up to exhale, hands to heart center. That's what I was worried about. All right. Inhale, reach up. Use the block to help lay your mat down. Yeah. Exhale, fold forward. And you have to take time out to set up your mat. Just go ahead and take time to set up your mat. Come back to a plank. Lower down through to an up dog or cobra. And then back into downward facing dog. Good. About 3 deep breaths. And then you can bend your knees, look up to your hands, walk, step, or hop, feet to hands. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold deeper. Inhale, reach up. All right, good. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to come to chair pose. So bending the knees, sit back, reach up, throw your shoulders back. Let's hold it here for a few breaths. Exhale, fold forward. All right, no more like single standing poses. Half lift. And then exhale, coming to a plank or tabletop. Our mat can't take it. All right, downward facing dog. 3-legged down dog. Reach your right leg up. Stretch it out. Reach it nice and high. And then we're going to come forward on the left to the right, knee high to the chest, right foot through, setting up for warrior 1. So spin that back heel down, front heel's in the middle of that back foot, knees over your ankle, lengthen through your spine. Let's take our hands to our hips and square our hips to the front. So right hip back, left hip forward. Good, and then reach up. Open up to warrior 2, left hand out to the side. Relax the shoulders so hips square to the long edge. Sinking a little bit deeper into that front knee. Good. And then flip your front palm up, back hand down, reach up and back. We'll cartwheel the hands down. We're going to move through a vinyasa. Same thing on the other side. Step back to a plank. Lower down, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3-legged down dog. Reach the left leg out nice and high. Stretch it out. Deep breath. And then come forward on the right toe. Left knee high to the chest. Left foot through. Bring it up between the hands. Spin that back heel down. Take your time. Find your balance to come up. So you can take your hands to your hips. Square the hips towards the front. And then reach up. Good. Deep breath. Taking a nice bend in that front knee. Yes. Opening up to warrior 2. Right arm comes out to the side. I'm going to take a nice picture of you guys. Your warrior 2s. Whew. Flip that front palm up. Reach that arm up. And then reach it back. Good. And then you can cartwheel the hands down. We'll move through a vinyasa. So step back to a plank, lower down, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, just 1 or 2 breaths. Good, and then we'll come onto our hands and knees. We'll come to a child's pose, or you can grab a drink of water, kind of like reset up your mat. But we're not doing any more standing, so so we should kind of be able to keep the mat down with our body. And mine's awesome because it's so heavy. I know it's cork, but under it is like some kind of tire material. I know. I never have a problem. It's supposed to be a good outdoor mat. As it gets like damper, it gets more grippy. I know. It's cork, like those blocks. Yeah. All right, go ahead and walk your hands back. All right, so we're going to set up for some different rounds of push-ups. So we're going to do tricep push-ups and chest push-ups. So, well, let's roll out our wrists a few times. So doing the planks and the push-ups is a lot of pressure on your wrists. So kind of just take a minute to kind of roll them out. All right, so we're going to do our push-ups either on your toes or on your knees. We're doing 4 sets of 5. We're going to all start out in a plank, our hands and knees, then a plank just to set up. So start out on the hands and knees and make sure that your wrists are right under your shoulders or even a little bit forward. And then we're all going to come into a plank to start. So this is just a setup for good push-up form. If you want to do the push-ups on your knees, you're going to stay right here, but drop the knees down. All right. So we're going to start out with tricep push-ups, hands under your shoulders. We're doing 5 slow. So lowering down about halfway or maybe a little bit more. We're going to go for 5. 4. Good. 3. 2. Last one, and we're going to sit back, child's pose. All right, coming back up, we're going to set up for chest push-ups. Take your hands out a little bit wider. So for our last ones, our elbows bend back. This time, elbows bend out to the side, and we're working our chest. So start out for a plank to set up. Either staying on your toes, or you can drop down to the knees. We're doing 5 from here. Option to just go halfway. If that's easy for you, go a little bit lower. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we're going to sit back. Child's pose, we have 2 more sets. All right, good. Let's come back up. Set up for the tricep push-up. So hands right under your shoulders, starting out in that plank. Option to drop down to your knees. All right, let's go. Elbows go straight back this time. So elbows hug the sides of your body. 4, 3, good. 2, 1, sit back, child's pose. 1 more set. Good, last set, coming back up, taking the hands out wide. Remember, elbows come out to the side this time. Setting up in your plank, either staying here. This is your last one. Maybe you want to challenge yourself, but most important, good form. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, child's pose. All right, let's come up to our hands and knees, and we're just going to stretch out our arms and shoulders, coming to a puppy pose. So just keeping the hips up high, and then reach the arms forward, either bringing actually, let's bring the forehead down. You can either stay here, or if you want to try another variation, you can bring your hands together, kind of like a prayer pose, and bring your hands kind of up over top of your head. It's just another variation for the pose. All right, let's go ahead and walk our hands back, make our way to a seat. We'll start with a little seated stretching. Grab some water if you need to. We're going to start with a forward fold. All right, so kind of like we did at the beginning of class, but we're going to hold it a little bit longer. If your hamstrings, if you know they're tight, just start out with a bend in your knees and work towards straightening them. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge from your hips, reach forward. When you've come as far as you can, relax the hands down. Relax your shoulders. Deep breaths. About 3 more deep breaths. And then you can walk your hands back. We're going to do a reverse tabletop. So bending the knees, bringing the heels up towards you, hands behind you, fingers face you, and lift the hips up. Good. If you want, you can allow your head to drop back if that feels okay. Good, and then lower back down. We're going to do a forward fold one more time. This time just seeing if we can go a little bit deeper. So inhale, reach up. Find length in your spine, and then reach forward. When you've come as far as you can, relax the hands down, relax your shoulders. Coming back to your breath here. One more deep breath. And then just walk your hands back. This time, option to do the tabletop again or a little bit harder with the straight legs, reverse plank. So point the toes, hands behind you. The hard part of the plank is not lifting up, it's pressing the tops of the feet down. So work towards lifting up and then pressing the tops of the feet down. If that feels okay, drop your head back. Shoulders come together in the front a little bit. Hips up nice and high for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. All right, very good. From here, we're going to pick our feet up medium wide, so about the width of the mat. Flex your feet, and we're going to do a Pilates kind of twisting move. So we're going to do the first 2 slow. Yeah, reach your arms out. We're going to twist to the right, and then you're going to take your pinky finger to the outside of the baby toe and pulse forward. Inhale, straighten your spine, come through the center. Exhale, twist to the left. Pulse, and we're going to go a little bit faster. We're just going to do it for time, about between 30 and 40 seconds. Inhale to come up. Exhale, maybe through your nose for that pulse, twisting and reaching at the same time. Good. Keeping the feet flexed. Everyone looks good. Kind of really engaging the legs. We'll do 10 more, 5 on each side. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good, that was about 45 seconds. Go ahead, shake the legs. And we're going to stretch it out. So we're going to come to a wide leg forward fold. So however you want to set up on your mat where you have space, take the feet out wide. And make sure, so when we're wide, our legs kind of naturally want to kind of rotate in. So kind of make sure they're rotating out. Good, and we're going to keep the back straight. You can have your hands on your knees, and we're going to start to come forward, keeping your chest lifted. Hands can be on the ankle. If you're more flexible, you can take your peace fingers around your big toes. So coming forward, but trying to keep that kind of straight spine. Even if you're just here, just work on coming forward from the hips first. Deep breath. Good. Go ahead and make your way up. We're going to take the right hand inside our right knee, kind of bend that elbow, reach the left arm up, and stretch up and over to the right side. So stretching out the obliques. Good. Coming through to the center, just switch sides. Take the opposite hand inside, bending that elbow, reach up and over. Good. Come back through to the center. Good. We can bend our knees. Grab a drink of water, and then we're going to come onto our side and do some side movement. And it doesn't matter which side you're on, so I would say just the side that you can see me better, and then we'll just do one side and then switch and do the other side. All right, so we're going to start out here with our head and our hand, legs straight. And you want to kind of take your hands on your hip, make sure you're not rotating forward, you're not rotating back. That top hand can come down kind of for stability. We're going to lift that leg up, flex the foot, bring it forward, point the toe, bring it back. It's not going back very far, just kind of at the same point the leg is maybe a little bit behind. So we're going to speed up a little flex, forward, point back. Good. Inhaling part way through, exhaling the other part of the way through. I'll count on the last 4 or 5. We'll do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold it forward, flex the foot, toes going to point down, keep it forward, and we're going to pulse it or dip it down and up, heels up towards the sky. Yes, let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, we're not done. This time flex it, toes up, heels down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch it out, bend that knee back. You can grab your ankle. So you should feel it kind of in the hip. We're going to stretch out the quad here too. All right, we're going to set up for a side plank. So we're going to come onto our forearms. Your elbows under your shoulders. We're going to set up with our legs so our knees are together. Bottom knees bent. Top leg is straight, pointing the toes, knees in line. And we're going to start here, either hand on your hip, or you can reach the arm up, and we're going to raise and lower that hip. Good. If you want, you can reach the arm up. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold it up, either holding it here or add a little twist, bringing that top hand underneath the other armpit. Reach. You're either twisting or holding. We're doing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. So we're going to come on to our stomach and just take a break. So just kind of lie on your stomach for a few breaths. So you can just relax your forehead on your hands. Kind of like a little belly shavasana. All right, so next, we're going to reach our arms out long. We're going to do 30 seconds of swimming. It's called swimming. We'll start out slow. So it's going to be opposite arm, opposite leg, and then switch. And then you're going to work towards speeding up. You're not going to really have to think about the opposite arm, opposite leg. It should happen naturally. So let's go ahead and start now. Keeping your spine in line so your gaze is just, your head's just lifted up a little bit. Gaze is at the front of your mat. Keep breathing, just moving the arms and the legs. Point the toes. So energy is reaching out through your toes, extending them, reaching through your fingers, halfway through. Keep breathing. Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just relax for 2 or 3 breaths. And then we're going to set up to do the same side work, but on the opposite side. So take your time to set up. Hands on your hands, legs out long, making sure you're not rolling forward or back. If it's hard to kind of balance with the legs out long, you can kind of bend that bottom knee a little bit, and it helps you not rotate forward and back. Hands down for stability. We're going to lift that top leg up, flex the foot, bring it forward. Point the toe, bring it back. Good. Just going at your own pace. I'll count on the last 5 or so. Moving with your breath. So inhaling halfway through the move. Exhaling the other halfway through the move. Working our legs, our ankles, our hips. Keeping your gaze just forward, so we tend to want to look down towards our feet, and that actually kind of makes it harder for us to balance on our side. So kind of just keeping the gaze naturally so the spine is in line, just looking forward. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Keep it forward. Flex the foot. Toes up towards the sky. Dipping the heel down and up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that foot flexed. Toes down. Keep that foot forward. Bringing the heel down and up for 10, 9. Good. 8, 7. Embrace the burn. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch it out. Grab that ankle. All right, we're going to set up for the side planks. So starting out with your arms. So coming onto the forearms, elbows right over the shoulders, and then check your legs, bottom knees bent. Knees kind of stacked on top of each other. Hands can start at your hips, and you're going to lift the hip up and lower it down. You can keep the hand on that hip, or maybe when you're ready, reach it up. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Either hold it up or you're going to add that twist. Take that top arm, bring it underneath the other armpit, and then reach up. Twisting for about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to come onto our belly, coming to Sphinx pose. So just kind of a nice gentle stretch for our lower back. Elbows underneath your shoulders. Lifting your chest forward, head's just looking forward. Allow your lower back to relax. Coming back to your breath. Either staying here for a few more breaths, or if you want a deeper back bend, take the hands wider, straighten the arms, coming into a seal pose, 5 more breaths. Or you can stay down to Sphinx pose. All right, very good. From here, make your way up to your hands and knees. Maybe grab a drink of water. We're going to do a little more stretching. So we're going to set up for a low lunge whenever you're ready. So taking that right foot forward, back knee back. All right, so for your low lunge, you want to check that knees over the ankle, and you want to lift that back knee up, see if the back knee can go back a little further to really get a good stretch. Yes. And we're just going to stay here for a few breaths. So this is kind of stretching that hip, stretching the inner leg and the outer leg here. If you need to, you can take your hands up here too. That's fine too. You're still stretching the legs. Good. From here, we're going to come to a half splits pose. So you're going to walk your hands back, work towards straightening that front leg. So the front leg you can have a bend in that knee, but if you can, you're going to work towards straightening it, and then square the hips. So think right hip back, left hip forward, slowly forward towards that front knee. Good. And then we're going to come forward, and we're going to do that one more time. So coming back to that low lunge, same thing. Knees over the ankle, just staying here for a few breaths. And then you can walk your hands back, work towards straightening that front leg, coming into half split. If you're more flexible and you want to work towards a full split, go for it. So working towards a full split might be taking that front leg a little bit farther forward, back knee a little bit more back, but, just an option. Sometimes it surprises me, some people in class can do splits with no problem. So. Good, and then we'll just slowly make our way out of it, coming onto our hands and knees, maybe just stretching that leg out in the back, maybe doing a few hip circles. And then we'll just set up to do the same thing on the other side. So bringing the other foot forward, making sure the knee's over the ankle, and then lift that back knee up, send it back a little bit further, and drop it down. Staying here for a few breaths. And then you can slowly walk the hands back, working towards straightening that front leg. Think square the hips, so think left hip back, right hip forward, and then pulling forward towards that front knee. Feeling the stretch in your hamstring. And then one more time, coming forward to that little lunge. So either staying here with your fingertips down, or you can come up here. Either way is fine. And then one more time, half splits. Either just work on staying in this nice kind of half splits pose, or if you feel like trying to go further, you can work that front foot a little bit farther forward, back knee a little bit farther back, seeing how it feels on this side. And then take your time to make your way out of it. And just stretch out your legs. So if you're sitting down, maybe just shake your legs out. If you're on your hands and knees, maybe just stretching the leg out long. Yeah. All right, and we'll come to a seat and grab another drink of water. Huh, it's beautiful moon tonight. Yeah, nice moonrise. All right. All right, so we're going to do just one more short kind of core section, and then we'll finish on our back with a little more stretching in Shavasana. All right, so for our core, we're going to do different variations of boat pose. All right, so draw your shoulders back, bend your knees. Lean back a little bit, so you're not quite on your glutes, you're not on your tailbone, somewhere in between. And then you're going to lift your feet up. So either work towards bringing the knees in front of you or bringing the feet up. Here, we're going to lower down to a low boat, going as slow as we can, but once we get down, keeping the shoulders lifted and keeping the toes lifted. So staying here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release down. Don't worry if you didn't get a chance to do that on upper deck. We'll do it again. All right, I know it's hard to see, so I'm going to do these. I'll show you what it looks like first, and then you can do it. All right, for the next one, we're going to start lying down. You're going to reach your arms up. You're going to lift your shoulders up, and then you're going to bring one leg up, kind of hover the other leg, and we're holding this for 5. All right, it's harder than it looks. When you're ready, lift the shoulders, lift the arms, upper body, lift one leg up higher, maybe hover the other leg. Good. For 5. Get their shoulders up nice and high. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Take a break. We're going to switch sides. Lift up the arms, head, neck, shoulders, energy through the arms. Opposite leg reaches up. It doesn't need to be that too high. Hover the other foot, point the toes. Keep the shoulders lifted. For 5, 4, good. 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Next, both at the same time. Right, both at the same time here, like this. All right. Whenever you're ready, lift up the arms, shoulders. Lift the feet up just a few inches off of the ground. Shoulders up higher for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. All right. We're going to do that one more time. The same thing, both the arms and the leg, but then we're going to try to come up to a high boat and then back down to our back. All right, whenever you're ready, energy through the arms, lift up the head and the shoulders, hover the feet for 5, 4, 3, 2, make your way up, high boat, yes, for 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly lower down, low boat, and then all the way to your back. Stretch it out, reach your arms up overhead. All right, let's just stretch it out here. Just a figure 4 stretch this time. So taking your right ankle above the knee, interlace your hands behind your back. Behind your leg. And then you can energetically press that right knee out, just feeling that nice stretch in your hip, your glute. Deep breath. From here, you're going to cross the right knee over the left knee like you're sitting cross-legged. Bring those knees up towards you and reach for the foot that's closest to you on either side. You can allow the head to relax down, kind of pulling the feet up and away, stretching a little bit more in the hips, stacking, working towards stacking the knees. And then you can go ahead and release, and we'll come to the figure 4 stretch on the other side. Opposite ankle above the knee. From here, you can cross that left knee a little bit more over the right knee, trying to kind of stack the knees. Reach for the foot that's closest to you on either side, and then line the head back down. And then you can untwist your legs. Just hug your knees in towards your chest. Bring your forehead up towards your knees, curling into a tight little ball. And then we're going to make our way into Shavasana. So just finding a comfortable position, kind of getting any last minute movements out of the way. Allowing your back to lie flat. Maybe allowing the feet to kind of naturally open up out to the side. Allow your shoulders to relax and kind of melt down into the mat. Softening your face. Noticing if there's any specific places of tension in your body, and just kind of consciously sending relaxing thoughts to that area. Just trying to relieve that tension, relax, and let go. then from here, take a nice deep inhale in through your nose. Complete exhale. One more time. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and start to make some movements, small movements, rolling out your ankles, rolling out your wrists. And then reach your arms up overhead, bend your knees, stretch it out. Maybe roll onto one side first and take your time to make your way all the way up to a seat. All right, so let's just finish by bringing our hands to our heart center. We'll take one more deep inhale. Exhale, press the palms together. You can bring the hands down. Just take a moment and feel a sense of peacefulness and gratitude. We kind of got a bonus full moon class tonight. So the full moon is a really good time to kind of just let go of any kind of negative energy or anything that's negative into your life and allow the energy of the moon to kind of bring in something positive. So let's just take a moment and kind of just think of what positive energy we want to place on this full moon tonight. And allow that positive feeling, that positive energy to be a benefit to yourself and the people around you throughout the evening and throughout the day tomorrow and the rest of the month till the next full moon. Namaste. All right. You got the full moon. Even with the wind. It is. Yeah. Yeah. Like she said, Wednesday is actually today it's like a 90% full. Like we can't really tell, but and then Wednesday is like the highest percentage. Yeah. Very cool. It's never the same. And it's different every time you come, just on the weather. And like next month we'll be doing it under the deck lights. We'll be like dressing warm. Yes. Yeah. So always changes. It is. I know.